I'm a little late on this. The character demo for Furina, All the World's a Stage, Genshin Impact. Now, as you'll know with me, as of this point in time, as of this video, I am no further than Inazuma. However, as someone that rolled on Furina, my beloved, I do love Furina, and I'm a huge Furina fan. And because Twitter, the internet, is in the state that it is, I have unfortunately been spoiled on a couple points. So I just kind of wanted to take a second and kind of go through the trailer for some points that I kind of wanted to, like, bring out, I guess, if that makes sense. And I want to just, I guess, kind of give my thoughts on it, because I do like Genshin. I don't often get the opportunity to play it, and I think Furina had a little bit of a weird reception, if that makes sense. So this is obviously Hoyo. We'll see if this stays up or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the most spectacular show in the history of Fontaine. Please put your hands together for our national icon.
It really is a good intro. Like, it's very, I would say, French Renaissance, right? Like, it's very, like, you get the feeling of that refinement. You get that feeling of higher class, if you will, which is super, like, I mean, that's what Fontaine is, right? It's upper class French style, right? So they did very, very well on the architecture and the outfits, I would say.
Fontaine's biggest celebrity, one of the 7 archons of Tibet, the Regina of all orders, kindred peoples and laws, Furina de Fontaine!
This showcases her black version of her outfit. I don't remember what the difference is. Just from the initial scene, like, I think people unfortunately got the perception that she's kind of this spoiled brat, which, as far as I'm aware, she kind of is. But the reception I got from people on Twitter and stuff at the time, what was it, 4.0 was Fontaine, that 4.0 launched, is it's like, you know, oh, well, she's just an insufferable character and, you know, doesn't have really that big of reasoning behind it. And so hence why I'm doing this. I'm looking back and I'm just like, I've called this from the trailer. She's a very complex character. Even that alone, even this alone, right? She's sitting alone having tea. She tips her hat, right? Masking her intentions, masking her emotions, right? She has donned a mask. Smile. She's going to put on the show. All the world is a stage. Does that not come across to your average person?
Vocal cords ready, blood sugar replenished. Let the show begin!
Her actual VA in English goes super hard. Like, I really appreciate Hoyo for really fleshing her out as they did. Like, Furina goes hard. Well, and so here's the thing, right? Lastly, we have Furina, right? Which we learned Focalores later. Furina, Endless Solo of Solitude. Does this not send you character flags? Does this not already telegraph their intent? This is a very well done piece. Also, the fact that she uses a rapier. My dear vassal, this is not a foe you can lightly handle. Fret not, for it is I who shall dispose of such a foul being. I don't know why I inflected that. No, it's great. Like, her speech pattern is actually great. Very heroic, if you will, right? Which that showcases the silliness of the seal enemies, right? But it's very, like, it's very what's the word I'm looking for? Cinematic is the word I'm going to go with, because I can't find the word I'm looking for, right? All the world's a stage. This is a performance to her. She's taking up the role of the daring heroine here. This obviously showcases her kid, too. Crap! Crap! The swing goes so hard. Like, all the world, this whole song is just perfect with this. Vibe is very reminiscent of the Flapper Girl outfit from 20s and 30s, pre-World War One. She's professionally dancing. There were some gaudy outfits like this. Well, I would say this is not 1700s France, right? 1800s, maybe? Someone's gonna have to check me on this. Someone out there is gonna actually have, like, an entire dissertation on, like, Furina's design. I absolutely love it. I really love it. She is a refined socialite, if you will, is how that comes across from the details on her outfit, from the little drops here, the little drop gems that are on her hat and stuff like that, the cuffs alone, right? She is a refined aristocrat and socialite that, and that's further accentuated by the swing of the soundtrack. It's great. No, this actually goes hard. And notice her summons as well, right? Her summons are, for all intents and purposes, refined, are they not? You have the octopus with the top hat. You have the seahorse. I love the seahorse so much, with the little bow. You have the crab with, I'm trying to remember, the crab also has a bow. It's got a bow down here as well. You can't see over my model, but like, refinement and class are two of the things that come to mind with Furina. And I think that's what initially maybe offset people from Furina's design, because yes, she is classy. She is a bit bratty from our interactions with her. But there's also a story behind her with, like, as far as I'm aware, some of the lyrics allude to World of Solitude. Even we get a hint at the beginning, right? An endless World of Solitude. So she's classy, but there's more to her than meets the eye. She tips her hat to hide her face, and then she, as if she's ready to start a performance, she removes her hat and starts the performance, right? Vocal cords ready, blood sugar replenished, right? That kind of thing. 20s to 40s. I don't know. I'd have to really dig into the design inspiration behind her outfit. Fontaine is heavily France-based. I'm gonna be honest, the crab was what sold me. The crab is what made me drop like 200 on Furina. It was the crab. Like, anyone can tell you if you come out to a Kip stream. So somebody ended up giving me a Final Fantasy mount in Final Fantasy 14, and they're just like, here, have this crab mount, and they're like, and I'm like, oh my god, I love you, and they're like, wait, I was trying to shitpost with you, like, you actually like this? I'm like, it's a crab. What do you want from me? This also mimics the Archons, if I understand it correctly. This is Nahida, I think. That's Venti with the heart. This is Raiden Shogun. This is A, right? With her meditation. And then this is Zhongli, which, how else would you characterize Zhongli? This transition is great. Oh, this is her white outfit. Because up until now, we've seen her black outfit. So that's a tiny trailer that this character actually does very well, actually. Because we have the two modes. I don't know what the difference is. I think it's whatever you can summon, right? So this should summon, I think it's the singer, right? Like, but Furina has two outfits. She has her black outfit, and then she has her white outfit, which you can note from the upcoming screen. Yeah, it's camera flash. It's her white outfit. That's interesting. I haven't read too deep into her kit. Like, I have her. I haven't read into her kit. Yeah, this is a singer.
Natural smiles, please. Hold it and action. Good.
The way that this comes across, I fucking love his face here. His face here is just precious. Like, it's great. Like, it's really great here because he very refined character as well, right? Just, this is great. The whole interaction here is her calling the shots, her, going through this entire performance, if you will, and being the shot caller, being the director, if you will. Very, very cool, actually. And I feel this is just like common knowledge, but I can't understate how much I really like the choreography of this. Poor normal head. That actually, Twitter actually spoiled that for me. I won't spoil who they are if nobody else has, but Twitter definitely spoiled that one for me. I want to see how these interact with Furina. great. It's all a big performance to her. It's a very well done trailer. It's a very good character teaser. And from what I understand, the lyrics harken back to the Endless World of Solitude, something about being alone into perpetuity. And obviously that's hidden behind, as you can see, it's hidden behind the French language if you don't know French, like, right? I ended up seeing a subtitle, and it's just like, well, this is very good marketing, absolutely. But looking into it, I'm just like, Furina kind of came across as, I guess, kind of bratty. More she came across as, once again, the words are refined, classy, the almost I'm better than you. I guess you could say a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? The word escapes me at the moment. But like, I totally get where they're coming from. But I think to absolutely just dismiss Furina as a simple character with strictly just this alone, I don't think that's necessarily fair. Aloof is not the word I was going for. I don't know the word I was going for specifically. Like, I know it. I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna remember right after we finish this. But she comes across as, a very pompous, I'm better than you attitude, right? I would argue that. However, what is that indicative of, right? Much like the emotion of anger is dictated by other emotions feeding into this, and feeding into anger, right? Why are you angry? Oh, I'm angry that they're out of hot dogs. Why am I angry? Oh, I'm angry that my sibling keeps messing with my not aristocratic, narcissistic. Thank you. Yes, that's the one. Narcissistic. Thank you. Right? She comes across a little bit of a narcissist, I'd argue. Much like anger is the product of other emotions, I think that this attitude, this willingness to view everything as a stage, as a performance, is also symptomatic of something else. And obviously we have people who have already seen the Fontaine Archon quest finale, which I'm very specifically not spoiling myself to, but people on Twitter and people all over social media started changing their tune about Furina, and I'm just like, I mean, from day one, I'm kind of looking at her like, you're interesting. Why do you act the way that you do? Why is the world a stage to you? What are your motivations? And these are just kind of things I look at. I mean, you can break down the trailer any kind of thing you want, from the different classes, obviously uniformed, not necessarily officer, but uniformed worker, socialites, maybe even looking at kind of the more commoner beggar class, maybe depending on what you're looking at. Very 1800s to early 1900s. Furina's entrance, right? We get to see her in a brief shot, and then we see her here. She covers her face. We don't see her true intentions. This is, I would argue, just a mask, and that's also reveals her eyes as well. You could look at a number of things here, what they could, I'm sure you could be like, maybe warm up her vocal cords is something specifically. You could analyze this video into the ground, and there's so much here. There's so much complexity here, and it's done very well. She is the Hydro Archon, and she is mimicking all of the other Archons as well, right? And that leads into her outfit, because you can see it's her black outfit leading into her white outfit, and her really controlling everything. But why do you control everything? What is your desire for this? What are your motivations here? And I think that when I get to this part in the Fontaine quest line, I think I'll actually enjoy it. And then we break down with... And then that closes the performance. I'm trying to find the lyrics offhand, but it's escaping me, so give me 1 second. But there's something here that, I feel that they're actually going to go very well into. English translation: the world is but a stage. Why cry when you can laugh instead? For laughter is humanity's preserve. Laugh it off, fret not, just enjoy the moment. And if that's the lyrics, does that not beget truly a deeper analysis of this character, right? I feel people could dismiss it. Oh, it's just fancy French, right? It's whatever, right? But when you look into that, does that not suddenly add to her character? Is that not a subtle hint at what her character might be, about what her motivations are, that maybe she's been through some shit, so to speak, and that's why she acts the way that she does? It's just interesting. It's very, very interesting, to say the least. And, Genshin definitely has a reputation, I'll say that. But, I mean, if you just enjoy the game, and you can enjoy the game, you can play the game. You know, you don't necessarily have to wail on the game. I'd argue the wailing is optional. So, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Am I necessarily off base here? Am I, onto something here? Is there something in the Hydro Archon quest line that I'm totally predicting? Because, I don't know. I know there's something between her and Focalors because the internet can't shut up about it, and I'm literally still before Inazuma at time of this video, so I'm still a ways off from doing that quest line. But, I'm very curious. What do you think of this analysis? Would you like more analyses like this if it gets up on YouTube? I'm not sure how copyright's going to work with this. Yeah, I really like Furina as a character, and since her trailer, I've really liked Furina, and I didn't really understand the hate, so that's kind of why we're going through it and analyzing it. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, and I'll see you all in the next one.